In solo leveling, administering the healing potion, the system notifies Jin that if health is below 10%, it will be useless. Questioning if either of them is a healer, Jin demands they heal his vice master. However, Glasses says that they don't speak Korean. Recovered, DongSu says that Jin wants them to heal the kid, asking if this is the first time he and Jin Woo have met. Jin ignores him while giving Glasses his final warning. Nervously, Glasses says that they need the boss's approval. But before he can even finish his sentence, Jin Woo grabs his head and throws him against the steel beam. Shaking, Blackie says to DongSu that they weren't warned about this guy's connection to Jin Woo. Irritated, Jin asks if he can heal or not, but before he can finish his words, he gets pancaked by Jin's ruler's authority. Stepping in, he asks Jin if he killed his brother, Hwang DongSu. Weakly, Jin Ho warns his friend that Hwang DongSu is Hwang DongSuk's brother and to be careful, to which Jin tells him not to speak. Demanding an answer, DongSu asks if he killed his brother and teammates. As the two have a standoff, Jin tells him that he can ask his brother when he sees him again. Lunging at him, Jin swiftly dodges, retaliating with a punch to the gut. Coughing blood, Hwang flies through the air, crashing into a pipe. Before recovering, he looks over to see Jin standing over his shoulder. Screaming, he is grabbed by the head and smashed into the pipe. Picking up his head and repeatedly smashing it, suddenly, Thomas Andre crashes in, telling him that's enough. Thomas asks DongSu if he's still alive, to which he affirms. Since Jin seemingly understands him, Thomas says that if he lets Hwang go, they can forget any of this happened. Questioning what will happen if he doesn't, Thomas says he'll have to stop him by force. Tossing DongSu aside, he grins, knowing that Thomas has no choice but to step in. Questioning if he knows who he is, Jin responds that it doesn't matter who he is. Thomas is surprised Jin is doing this knowing who he is. Growing up in a poor immigrant family, he was always surrounded by opposition. Having nothing to his name, the skies bestowed him with a gift, an extraordinary gift that made him indomitable, overwhelming strength. Through the countless number of battles he fought, he proved the worth of his talent. He observed the effects his power had against the people who opposed him. Strength, authority, wealth, force. He lived his life like a king with all those types of power. And when a different type of power appeared in the world, he took the opportunity to become a true king. He crushed those who blocked his path. Those who looked down on him were made to kneel. Violence was the key. Now, as Jin Woo stands before him, Thomas prepares to show that power. Meanwhile, the Scavenger Guild arrives at the scene, preparing the troops. Suddenly, a tremendous force hurls past them, sending the cars flying. While the dust settles, Andre waves them off as they question if he's all right. Thomas glares on as an agent tells the guild members to get moving. Meanwhile, Jin orders Igris to take Jin Ho to the nearest hospital and to make sure that he gets treated, no matter what. As Kaizel takes off, Thomas stands along his entire Scavengers Guild as Jin stands before nearly his whole shadow army. Excited, Thomas says that now this is starting to look like it'll be worth his time. Not giving a shit about DongSu, he thinks that there's only one way to restore his pride: killing that arrogant son of a